Hello and welcome to another video about teaching ESL online as a South African. So there are a few things that nobody warned me about, nobody told me about before teaching ESL online as a South African. So I'm here to tell you all of these things so that hopefully you adjust a little bit better and can actually do better in your first month than I did. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is, will I get sessions or lessons booked? So currently at the time of filming, we are going through a massive global pandemic, which means everybody's lives are turned completely on their heads. So a lot of people I know, myself included, have started to teach ESL online to supplement their income, or if they're like me, they've lost their jobs and they now need a new job. So the market is a little bit saturated at the moment. So the thing is you need to look at how much money am I going to be making and will it cover the cost of taking the course. As of today, I still have not made enough money over the month that I have been teaching to cover the cost of doing the TEFL course. So I think it's really important to take this into consideration. Okay, so another thing, I have heard of a person who I know, I'm not sharing their name or anything, but they were making around 16,000 Rand a month before COVID-19, and now they are only making around 8,000 Rand a month. So their income has halved due to coronavirus. So just take this into consideration if you are wanting to start teaching English online. Okay, so the second thing that I want to talk about is, do I already have a job or am I studying? Now, the reason you need to take these things into consideration is your time frame and your schedule of when you have a job. Because a lot of the companies, your peak times where you will be working as a South African is between 12:30 till 3:30 in the afternoon, so that's right in the middle of the day. So if you're a student, you may have classes or tuts, and obviously if you already have a job, you more than likely are going to be working during those hours. Weekends, it's okay. Weekends, you can work from anywhere from 2:30 in the morning up until about 3:30 in the afternoon. I do 4:30s until 3:30s on weekends. Okay, so the third thing comes in, especially when you are applying for jobs, and that is, do I sound too Afrikaans? This especially applies to South Africans who may have a slight Afrikaans accent. Some companies don't hire South Africans because of our accent. I did get rejected from about 3 companies based purely on my accent. So just think about how Afrikaans you sound. I don't think I sound Afrikaans, but maybe to those companies I do. Okay, so another thing that you need to consider is electricity. So in South Africa, we obviously have load shedding as well as a, at times, unstable grid and power supply. So I have had to leave one town where I'm currently staying and go in the middle of the night to another town to make sure that I could use my computer that next morning at 4 o'clock that next morning to teach a class. Because obviously you can't just miss a class. You've got a commitment, it's a job. You can't just, oh, there's no electricity, I'm just not going to do it. Doesn't work like that, honey. So consider, do I have electricity? Do I need it? Does my laptop hold a good charge? Or is your laptop a little bit old like mine and needs to be plugged in order to be switched on? So electricity, people, very important when teaching online. Following on from the electricity deal is data. Now, data in South Africa is hella expensive. It's ridiculous. Actually, data is so expensive. So now I work for 2 companies. One of them, you work on Google Chrome browser, and the other one, you had to download their app and use their app. So the one where you had to download the app uses so much more data. I think I used double to triple the amount of data teaching those classes that on 25 minutes than I do the one that uses Google Chrome. So data is expensive, and as you know, South Africa often don't have Wi-Fi because obviously the power goes out, or you are currently living with your mom who doesn't have Wi-Fi. So I use a mobile hotspot from my phone, which I've turned into a modem, and I have to buy data pretty much every single day to buy daily bundles because it's so much cheaper. So data is really important, and you also need quite a stable internet connection. So internet and electricity are the two main things that I would say consider before teaching online as a South African. Okay, so I hope that those tips and suggestions help you on your ESL teaching journey and things to take into consideration.